Now let's try to understand what the customer experience era. Um, so when we talk about customer experience era, it includes every interaction that you're having with your customer, be it from the brand's perspective, from the initial awareness of the brand to the post-purchase support that they're getting, and across like all the journeys that they're getting into. At every touch point, they're expecting a great experience, and if you're not focusing on to providing them a great experience, you're losing a lot of business over there because. And that's exactly where the world is headed towards. And if you're not going to do that, there's no chance of you staying over there. And it's also very important to make sure that you are able to retain your customers. Why it's important to retain your customers? Because it's very difficult to acquire new ones, and the cost of acquiring a new customer is also relatively higher than the cost of retaining the existing one. So if you're able to retain your existing customers by providing the best experience to them at every touch point, nothing better than that. And that not just helps you retain the customer, but that also shows in your sales pipeline, and that
Yes.
also increases the revenue that you are earning from, and it gives you a competitive advantage over the competitors who are always trying to snatch away from the market share that you already have in your industry. Uh, Here's why maintaining relationships with customers is important. We all know about it, but let's still go through the slides that we have over here. It costs far less to retain than acquire. Of course, we know that. Loyal customers buy more and more often. Of course. And by the way, how many times do you think one has to purchase from your brand in order for you as a business to consider them as a loyal customer in your brand?
Even if they buy one time, I think, they got to know about your brand, they got to know about your product offerings, they saw multiple other offerings as well, and from that touch point itself only, they are getting, all the notifications. You are constantly
All what I'm asking for is how many times one has to purchase from a brand in order for the brand to consider
consider them.
them as a loyal one.
I think for them to consider them as at least two times, like if
I think for me the number is around 3 to 5 times. If someone has purchased, so let's take an example. If you went to a restaurant
yeah.
and you went in there for the very first time, only if you like the experience for the very first time, you're going to head into that restaurant back
Again.
again. And if you enjoyed your experience second
Second
time,
time.
you're going to make sure that the third time you're taking someone very close to you to that same restaurant.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I relate to it
Recently
now.
that happened,
Yeah,
right?
recently that happened.
And if you're going there for the third time, probably the chances of you going over there for the next 10 times is also sorted already. So the initial 3 experiences that you provide to your customers matters the most in order for them to be
Yes.
converted into your loyal customers.
And basically, the three positive experiences kind of give the customer tag of like he's now our advocate itself only.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
that's
so
correct.
that's exactly
Yeah.
what we're talking about, right? In the next point, emotional customers stick longer, and there's also one point: your best marketers are already on your list. So when someone is your loyal customer, they are already your marketer.
Yes.
And there's nothing still in the digital era. There is nothing better than the word of mouth marketing or the publicity that can happen from the trusted advisors for the people. So even if someone around us tells us. That this you should visit this particular restaurant, this particular place, we make sure we do that, right? Because that person is saying
Yeah.
it to us. That's exactly what happens, right? And you're tapping into the right markets also, when and into the right communities, into the similar people, right? So your target audience is also very set, so and your marketing cost is not very high.
Yeah. That's true.
So that's what you get. So that's exactly what you can do when you provide great experiences to your customers, and convert them into your loyal brand advocates. Strong relationships drive resilience, of course. Yes, personalization isn't optional; it's expected. This is exactly what I've been telling since the very beginning of this webinar. Personalization and hyper personalization is the core that people are expecting. It's not optional anymore. uh, your brand, your people, every touch point that customers get into or like go through, or the platform or the technology that you're building should provide a personalized experience. And if it is not providing a personalized experience, in fact, people should hire in the brands or in the companies, people should hire chief personalization officer also. That's what I really think. If you're into any consumer driven
Yes.
business or consumer driven industry, you should hire like a chief personalization officer who makes sure that at every touch point there is a personalized experience that is being given to your customers, and you'll see the change happening, right? That's what it is. I'll So now, understanding the new digital first customer, Vishit, or what?
Yeah. So digital first customer is like, these customers are now looking at, they should be having fast, seamless, personalized experiences. Like personalized experiences is very important, but the key thing in that is it needs to be fast. It doesn't be like, it shouldn't be like you are reaching out to them 2 days later. It shouldn't be like that. It should be in real time itself only, so that they are getting the right notifications, they are getting the right experience across the journey itself only, and the consistent experience as well. Whether they are in a store, whether they are in your on your website itself only, or whether they are seeing advertisement from your brand in any of the social media platform or any of the website itself only, it should all be consistent, so that it gives them the right, understanding, like this particular brand is understanding my needs itself only. So this is what exactly what they're looking for. 79% of customers expect consistency, yet 55% feels like they are dealing with separate departments. 56% of the customers say they often have to repeat or re-explain information to different representatives, as we just just discussed. 65% of customers expect companies to adapt to their changing needs, preferences, but 61% says, like, most companies treat them as numbers. And 51% of customers say most companies don't use their personal data in the way that benefits them. So these are some of the stats that we have pulled up, and this is kind of defining how the industry is and how important it is for us, for a brand itself only to have the right customer experience platform, right customer experience journey throughout their life cycle itself only.